very first pop podcast interview segment. Joining us today is the charming and amazing Diane Franklin. Hello, Diane.
Hi, how are you? Bonjour.
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 Yeah,
Bonjour.
mercy buck. I don't know.
Merci buckets.
Mercy buckets.
French
That's
fries,
it.
French bread, Peru.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of which, we
Speaking of,
wanted to make you feel as welcome as we possibly could, so we prepared a little feast for you. But first, we have French bread.
French
Oh.
bread,
Très bon, très bon.
And we have French dressing,
French dressing.
This feels familiar.
and to drink Peru.
Peru.
Yeah, interestingly enough, it was my girlfriend's idea. She said, "Can you ask her if she still drinks Peru?"
I do. But wasn't an 80s drink? I think, remember Perrier when it first came out? It was this big thing. And
It was such the thing. Oh my
wasn't
goodness.
it? It was so popular. Now, I don't know.
According to this, it was an 1860s thing.
I was
Who
very
knew? Yeah. So yeah,
Merci for the fantastic food.
we'll see. I don't know if we can send it your way. How do I get this to you?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I've never learned how to say "you're welcome" in French. I've learned.
Diane.
Merci beaucoup.
So let's see here. I'm going to let me open this real quick.
Yeah,
here,
my goodness,
and
how can I forget that?
I need to match your wonderful background setting there. And sorry you can't do this, Ben. I don't know why you can't.
No.
But
Because my computer is not beefy enough to support that feature.
aha, there we go.
Ah, très bon. Look at all the Better Off Dead. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I've got something better. Ready? Dun,
What's that?
dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun.
Ah!
Oh yay!
Oh my,
Voilà. Très bon.
oh my God, that's awesome. I really
It
want
was
that.
in honor of this meeting.
Yeah. So Ben, you want to start us off with a question here for her, and we'll kind of go forward.
Well, let's see. Actually, one of the first things that I wondered, and I remember wondering it back in 19 mumbledy, however long ago it was. I'm
Right.
not old. Shut up. Was is it an extra challenge to work a scene where you have to pretend that you're pretending that you don't speak the language?
Ooh, nice.
Did that add a layer of complexity, or was it just a matter of, okay, I'm listening for where I'm going to visually react?
Well, when I did Better Off Dead, I don't know if I was. It was kind of funny. I think I just naturally went into that. I don't know. I don't know if I know what I know, right? I mean, I knew that like the first half of the film, I had to pretend that I didn't know English.
Right.
So I had to be quiet. I mean, I wasn't talking. So first half of the film, I have to react. And so, kind of that was just being like, I don't know what you're talking about, which was very easy for me to do. I have no idea what the people are talking about most of the time. I was like,
Okay.
what's happening? So to play that character, the first half of the film, I was like, I don't know what's going on. But then the second half of the film, I know exactly what's going on. And I actually say, this dockhead, how you say, Ricky.
Yeah.
Goes after me and, it's terrible. And he's got his tentacles all over me.
NT.
NT.
So
Big difference.
Testicles, I don't know, something.
Yep.
I never got it right. So, but it is true that, when I did the film, the first half, I had to play very innocent. And it's cool because I think you don't know, you think I'm just this girl who doesn't really talk that much. So I think that's what makes it so fun when I finally do say something, and I do speak English. I do speak English, very good English.
Yes.
I think that's really fun for the audience to discover that this girl who's quiet is not as innocent or not that, unintelligent. She's intelligent. And I will say this, there are a lot of girls out there who you may think are very shy, but I'll tell you, they have opinions and they may just not be telling you them. So watch out for those shy girls, because you might be like, oh, she's just so, she doesn't, she's afraid of things. Like, no, they might have a lot of very strong opinions. But when they come out, it's only for the people that they trust. And I think that's what's really nice with Better Off Dead is Monique trusts Lane, and she just he's your friend, your first friend, you know, and I think
Yeah.
that's so cool. But I also will say she kisses her friend right away, right?
She
Remember,
does.
she's like, "Oh, you are my friend," and she kisses
Yeah.
him, and I'm like, "That's the French way, I
Yeah, I
guess."
thought that
Right?
was just a French thing there.
It's
Uh,
just a French thing. American girls, I don't know if they would do that. Oh, you're my friend, and I kiss them.
yeah, because that would be a
Right.
That never
signal.
happened for me.
That would be right. It's just not quite the friend you imagine, you know. So
Mm-mm.
You know, that leads to my actual next question, which is not so much a question, more of a statement, but I wonder how you feel about it. Because um, nowadays, empowerment's such a big thing, female empowerment, and
mhm.
telling everybody that women are empowered. Whereas Better Off Dead, in my opinion, the hero of the film was Monique. And I want to know how you
Absolutely.
feel about that and what you think of Monique.
I'm going to tell you that when I got that role, that was the first thing that hit me was I'm finally playing a girl who is um, independent and and has no problem expressing herself. And for me, I also felt like it was one of those roles. I was so fortunate because I wasn't playing a tomboy. I was just doing things that guys do.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me there's a big difference
Yeah.
because up until that film, all the
Yes,
films
there
I
is.
had seen in the 80s, if a girl was like, you know, sort of like wearing pants and a vest and like, if she, you know, wearing that stuff, I would have thought that she was a tomboy.
Right.
And I wouldn't have seen the femininity. I mean, I'm not saying, look, there's some girls who are more masculine than others, and that's awesome. But I didn't see represented a feminine girl who was also doing masculine things. That's what I
Yeah.
didn't see represented. So Better Off Dead, what I really liked about that character was I was able to stand up for myself. I could verbally, you know, I could fix a car, be athletic and
Yeah.
ski. I could help Lane with his problems. I was brave. You know, I told him to get over his fears.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is, and then I also could dress up and go to dinner and be very feminine as well. And I mean, I like baseball. So I think that, you know, I think for me, when I look at that character, what I love about it is that I was a very well-rounded girl.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about today women and empowerment, I think what we're trying to say is women need to be seen from the get-go that they are capable, and they need
Yeah.
to be raised and
Yeah.
treated like they're capable. And young girls need to be talked to that they can do anything, because if you don't talk to a young girl like that, she will be, I mean not just a girl but like guys, young people rise to the level that you allow them to, and you give them chances. So
Yeah.
if you don't have if you say to a girl, oh, you know, you don't do that, or that's not nice, or you don't use those words, or you know, sit lady like, and you try to groom them. I mean, yeah, people do, you know, they groom their guys to be guys and girls to be girls. But I'm going to tell you something, that everybody, guys have feminine, they have feelings and emotions. There's actually nothing feminine about it, it's just human, you know. As
Mm-hmm.
girls have, you know, boy qualities too. They like to be rough and, you know, tumble, and they, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, they'll play sports, whatever. That, I mean, that even nowadays is interesting, because it's not even a male, used to be a male thing for sports. Now it's like, you know, just a person thing. So I think what's really
Mm-hmm.
happening in culture that is so different now than it was in the 80s, very, very different, is
Yeah.
that we're looking at people as opposed to gender gender appropriate. Now, I will say this. I I think it's fun personally to be everything. Like, I like it when a guy opens a door for me, and I like to be feminine on a date and like be bought things or thing. I mean, I like to dress up and, you know, go out. And I like being treated like a woman
Right.
or a girl. Um, but on the other hand, I would have to say that's sort of in like the romance, you know, place. I don't want that to happen in my job.
Mm.
in my work. Like in my
Right.
work, I want to be challenged and I want somebody to go, okay, who's going to do this? You know, and then after, oh, well, she's a girl. So she's like, let's do the guy to do this. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think that we're talking about in romance, you know, you can do anything. But in the world, we need equal opportunity. And that's what this empowerment thing is about. It's really not about women losing their sexuality, sensuality, whatever, like just like, or being women being men and men being women. We're talking
Mhm.
about women just being all of themselves and
True.
people accepting that and embracing that.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why people, when they like my character, then you like a girl who's, if you like Monique, you like a capable girl.
It's the exact word I would use.
You know,
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
think that's cool. I think that's great because, you know, if unlike Karen in The Last American Virgin,
Hmm.
not capable, very passive. She is an object floating in air, and a guy puts he decides, you know, I want to keep that object. I want to have that object. I want to own that object. She's an object to pass from person to person, different
Right.
than Monique.
Right.
So I remember at the beginning of the 80s, I was that object of desire, the girl the guys wanted.
And the
And then
princess,
and the,
object of
And
the
desire.
the
princess,
princess.
yeah, later too, again, right? The
Yeah.
princess is an object.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we're up to that beautiful moment. We're right in the middle of the 80s, 1985. That was a girl character that was, at least for me, incredibly valuable. And still, I love the fact that people can pass it on today to the next generation because it's a great role modeling for girls. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I don't know how many copies of this film I've bought and given out to friends,
Oh,
especially at Christmas, because this is my Christmas film.
Christmas, right?
Right. Whitman.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, all the lines, right? But yeah, you tell me what your thought
Yes.
is, because I mean, you know, you guys, you know, loved Monique in the story too. So, like, what was your
Mhm.
attraction to the character?
Well, I've never been one for passive women ever in my life. My girlfriend now is not a passive woman. She is very
Nowhere
capable.
near.
She's German Italian, and she
German, I'm sorry, I'm
yeah.
German too. It's a
she
German
she
girl
knows
saying
what she wants.
that,
She
right?
knows what she's doing, and
Yeah.
I mean it's challenging at times, but it's challenging in all the right ways. And I don't think I've ever. Well, no, I have dated people who were passive, but it didn't last very long. I need them to challenge me and to be on the same level. It doesn't.
I
It's
think
no fun otherwise. It's no.
you
There's
know, you
no.
brought up a good point. It's nice when you date someone passive at the beginning, it might be very nice. But the
Mhm.
problem is if that person doesn't say what they think, the relationship's one-sided. And you know what? That it's almost like they're setting it up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, then they get angry because you know the person's overbearing. But the truth is that person let them be overbearing. You know, you have to stand up for yourself.
Mhm.
So I think you made a really good point. You know, like the relationships that last longer are with, you know, both male and female who need to say how they feel. They can't, you know, let themselves get pushed around. You know, it's not good
Truth.
for anyone. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Ben?
And well, similar thing. I and I didn't really realize it consciously then, but the women I've been interested in have never been the shrinking violets. Um, they've been the women who had opinions, were not afraid to speak up.
Wow.
And in fact, as I'm thinking about it now, someone's going to see this one day, but I'll worry about that later.
I know.
It'll be recorded forever.
It's forever.
Yeah, it will. There's a woman I'm interested in now. She is a triathlete. When she was in college, she played American rules football for her school.
Whoa.
That is amazing.
I like her and I don't even know her. I like her
Yeah.
already.
What I loved about Monique, um, she was unafraid. She, when Lane was around her,